So what's good, TMG fam? It's your boy L, and I'm back with another reaction. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute. You know, that used to be used to be me back in the days of my fishing. Let me stop. Nah, don't get me wrong though. You know, I told y'all before, man, how I miss going fishing. Highlights of like me and my pops and stuff like that. So I got to get back active. But anyway, this video here is fisherman captures what no one was supposed to see. You know what I mean? Only thing I used to capture that we didn't too much necessarily care about was stingrays and little baby sharks. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. All right, so we're gonna get into this video. If you're new to the channel, man, hit that subscribe button, join the fam, and let's check this out.
As a fisherman, you might already be used to the ocean and the creatures residing in it. But it's just so vast and so large that you can never really be sure what you'll see each day. Sure, most of the time it's just you and your boat in the middle of the big blue sea and the mundane catch, but there are instances where you catch or see something unusual. Much of the ocean is unexplored after all, and perhaps man can never really know the entirety of it. From the hungry shark to shark buffet, here are 15 times fishermen capture what no one was supposed to see. Number 15. Hungry Shark. In this video, you'll see a group of fishermen in their tiny boat with a lot of catch. It seems like they're already set for the day, but in the pile of fishes lies a bigger fish, a stunning great white shark. Now I don't know about you, but it seems to me that this shark has other priorities than going back in the water. Rather than making its way back home, it seemed to be more focused on chomping on the pile of fishes. Looks like the shark thinks he finally hit the jackpot when he landed in this huge pile of fishes. Thankfully, the fisherman later on released the shark back to the ocean.
They like, if I'm gonna go out doing what I love to do, and that's eat fish, baby. Let's go.
When you're sailing the ocean, you really want to avoid sharks at all costs. Even if you aren't afraid of them, you should still avoid them, not because of your own safety, but because of theirs. Do you know that humans kill more sharks than vice versa? That's true. Sharks are quite fearsome and they have a nasty reputation. But did you know that there are only 6 to 10 fatalities caused by sharks each year? Meanwhile, humans kill an average of 100 million sharks per year. That's why most—
Whoa. We gotta fact check that one. Are you sitting? No, we gotta fact check that one, fam. Like, that was a staggering number.
Species of sharks are greatly endangered. It's inevitable that fishermen catch sharks, sometimes because they can't really control their nets or who will bite their bait. But it's really heartwarming to see most fishermen still releasing the sharks back to the water.
I can believe that though. A lot of those nets capturing sharks, and then, you know what I mean, them not being completely honest and throwing them back. I could, but over 100 million, bro. Not saying it ain't true, but that's a large number.
If they ever catch one. Number 14, sewer fishing. Did you know that you can pretty much fish anywhere? Well, with sewer fishing, you can. In the past years, sewer fishing has become somewhat of an unusual trend going around. Just as the name suggests, instead of going to the nearby ocean, river, or lake, people go to different sewers to catch fish. It might sound crazy, but just take a look at this video. It looks silly, but it works. These guys in particular were using rats and tiny fishes as bait for fishing.
Could you please tell us who you are?
We are from mostly planets Erra and Temer that are revolving around the sun Taygeta in the Messiah 45 star system Pleiades, the Seven Sisters.
As a fisherman, you might already be used to the ocean and the tiny fishes as bait for fishes. And in just 30 minutes, they immediately caught a fish. These people usually set them free because these fishes are living in the murky water after all, and they might not be safe to eat.
That's what I was thinking. I was hoping somebody said that. You know what I mean? That didn't look like the most No, I'm not eating nothing came out of a sewer, bro.
You can see other people fishing on actual sewers in the
And then they're using a mouse as a lure. Like, this is just, nah. This all better be for fun.
middle of their neighborhoods, and you would really be surprised with the amount of fishes they find. You would say that it's a rewarding hobby. That is, if you don't mind sewer fish. Number 13. Magnet fishing. Now here's another booming hobby recently. Magnet fishing, or magnetic fishing, is basically searching for things underwater with the use of strong neodymium magnets. There are a lot of things that you can find submerged in other bodies of water, ranging from dropped phones, wheels, tires, vaults, guns, and more. The possibility is quite endless.
They say, man, what's one man's trash, another man's treasure, right?
Not only is it an exciting hobby, but you can also help to clean a body of water by retrieving all the debris underneath. In this video, instead of just finding the usual ferromagnetic objects, they found a shivering and almost lifeless goose beside the lake. The goose was completely drenched, and it looked quite weak. Thankfully, these people who were magnet fishing nearby took care of the goose and called for help to save the poor goose. Number 12. Catfishing. Fishing is a hobby that almost anyone with enough patience and dedication can pick up. However, noodling...
Remember I be saying how strong them catfish is, bro? Like, you better do some push-ups before you go catfishing, man. Look how he having to hold his reel. Look at the rod. Look at the rod, bro.
On the other hand, may be a bit too extreme for others. If you haven't heard of noodling before, it's basically catfishing, or rather, catching huge catfishes not by the usual hook and rod, but by using your bare hands. Yes, you heard that right. It's primarily done in the southern United States, but it's slowly spreading to other parts of the United States. The method is quite simple. A person will get inside the water and stick their arms inside a catfish hole and wait until the catfish bites. Sometimes people just pull them up as well. There have been many incidents of people getting injured or badly bitten by the huge catfishes that are roughly 2 feet long or more. The noodler, or the person catching the catfish, can suffer from cuts and wounds. You'll also never know if it will lead to an infection. Drowning is a possibility as well.
All right, I'm out. If there was ever any spec of me that wanted to go noodling right there, an infection from a cut, that could, we all know what infections can lead to. So yeah, I'm out on that one right there.
So while many enjoy noodling, many people also acknowledge that it's not for everyone.
No.
Number 11. Sloth on a boat. Have you ever seen a sloth in real life? Even if you haven't yet, you probably already know that they have a reputation for being quite slow, literally and figuratively. Sloths spend most of their time hanging on tree branches, and they fall from their homes once in a while. Even if they fall from the trees, they're literally built to survive the fall, so usually they'll act like nothing happened and slowly climb back up the tree again. But there are instances where sloths decide that they want to go to another place. There have been many sightings of sloths swimming in the water, and while they're not the fastest swimmer, they're at least floating and not drowning. Just as the saying goes, slowly but surely they will reach their destinations. They'll sometimes cross bodies of water in search of new territory or mates. And so when these fishermen saw this sloth swimming, they decided to take it on board and let the little fella hitch a ride with them. And just take a look at this happy little sloth.
I was about to say, he like me, bro. It don't take much, man. It don't take much to make me happy, fam. Look at him. Just a hand in the water. He content.
It seems like it was his first time traveling at such fast speed. Just as how your puppy sticks out their head to feel the wind, this sloth dipped his paw in the water as the boat was traveling. It's quite an adorable sight. Not only was this an unforgettable ride for the sloth, but everyone on that boat will surely never forget the experience as well. Number 10. Betta fish. These colorful fishes right here are called betta fishes. If you don't know about them, you might be surprised to spot them in bodies of water, especially in drainage ditches or rice paddies. These fishes are scattered in Southeast Asia, and the betta fish is also known as the labyrinth fish. These fishes are not only unique because of their beautiful and stunning colors, but also because they can breathe oxygen directly from the air and also take in some oxygen from their gills. That means they can stay in moist environments with less water, unlike most fishes. How cool is that? What's more special about these fishes is that unlike goldfishes who usually won't mind having a neighbor inside their tanks, betta fishes will fight each other in enclosed spaces. That's why they got their names in the first place.
Makes sense.
Betta comes from an ancient clan of warriors called Betta.
Makes sense now.
The name was passed on to these fishes as they became popular fighting fishes in the mid-1800s. It became a hit in Siam in particular, which is now called Thailand. At the time, their king even regulated and taxed these fishes. So any person who comes across these betta fishes are surely lucky people. Because of their popularity to fish enthusiasts, their numbers are also slowly dwindling. Number 9. Electric shock. Now take a look at this astounding video. You'd think that in some sort of command, all the fishes in the water suddenly floated to the surface. However, the reason why this happened is because of a practice called electrofishing. Basically, fishermen will go into the water with 2 electrodes that will charge the water, stunning and paralyzing the fishes nearby. Fishermen use this
That's cheating, fam. That's cheating.
practice, and they'll usually use stun boats to gather large numbers of fish in one go. However, many question the legality, safety, and the morality behind this practice. On the other hand, scientists and researchers would also often use this method to sample fish populations in a body of water. When performed correctly with the right voltage and current, the fishes will only be temporarily immobile, and later on, they'll slowly regain their mobility with no other harm done towards them.
See, what's the thing about that though is if you continue to do that, watch they adapt. It's funny how things adapt to what's going on. Watch how those fish adapt to that. And you're gonna create something out of that. And there ain't gonna be no turning back after that.
Number 8. Humpback whale rescue. In 2015, 6 fishermen on 3 separate boats were out in the ocean in Sao Paulo in Brazil when they suddenly spotted a creature that was seemingly stuck and wriggling in a net. Upon closer look, they realized that it was a huge whale stuck on the net, preventing it from swimming freely.
It's like he was waving at him for help, like, yo, over here.
The fishermen quickly went to action and cut the net where the humpback whale was caught, setting it free. And afterwards, it's like the whale understood the kind gesture the men did. Instead of immediately swimming away, the humpback whale lingered around their boats. It was swimming around them while seemingly waving its huge flippers.
Also probably keeping them safe.
In fact, in one amazing shot, they even managed to capture the whale's flippers like it was waving at the camera. Whales are pretty smart, and surely it knew that the gentlemen who approached him were kind-hearted and were there to set him free and help him. It's things like these that make you really appreciate all the good souls out there, ready to reach out a helping hand, especially to animals in need. If they didn't happen to come across the whale, the story would have ended differently. And now it's time for today's pick. There are many different creatures in the ocean, and among those are the mysterious creatures and cryptids. There are many instances wherein fishermen take photos of these creatures, but because of the quality of the pictures, we can never really tell what they truly are. However, there are many occurrences where fishermen testify that they've seen these mysterious creatures as they're sailing across the ocean. These creatures might be enormous, but the ocean is big enough for them to conceal themselves. Among these creatures are the Loch Ness Monster, Umebozu, bloop, gigantic squids, and more. Do you believe that there really are enormous monsters existing out there in the ocean? Have you ever spotted one yourself? If
that last fish bites you, you're definitely gonna lose a limb or be infected.
Always, comment down below with the hashtag today's pick and let us know your opinion about what we just showed on screen. With that said, let's keep things moving. Before we go on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. You just leave a like on this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now. And that's it. Try it. Number 7. Unknown monster. Here's an example of one of the strange and unknown creatures captured by seafarers. Just take a look at this video and we'll let you decide what exactly it is that you saw. This footage was uploaded by user Connell Malarkey way back in 2013 in Loch Foyle, Ireland. In the background, just before the boat.
At that moment, that dude on that boat, all he could do was pray. You're at the mercy of whatever that is in the water. If it decides to just swim past you, consider yourself lucky. You know what I mean? Because it could choose violence and turn and come right at you.
You can see a black figure swimming. Many people have a lot of theories as to what the creature actually was. The creature appeared to have a ridged back with black covering, and so it's quite impossible for it to be a whale. Some say it might be the Loch Ness Monster, while others say that it's a new creature that was yet to be discovered. Many others in different parts of the world also claim that they saw a similar creature. So what do you think this is? Number 6. Rare catch. This group of guys in 2020 were just out in the ocean trying to catch a few fishes when they suddenly chanced upon a very rare catch. It was none other than a huge shark. But this is not just any shark. They caught a very rare saw shark. Just take a look at this amazing creature. Saw sharks are predators that have a very unique, long saw-like snout. It's complete with the edged and sharp teeth. Just as how one would use a saw sharks also use their bills to slash and injure their prey before consuming them. They're quite widespread across the world, but they're more common in the Indian and Southern Pacific Ocean. Not only are they endangered, but they
I'm just waiting for that rod to snap. Do you see that?
also live in the deep depths of the ocean, making it harder to spot them. That's why it's forbidden to hunt these sharks. Reported human interactions are quite rare. That's why if you ever come across one, you should consider yourself lucky. These
He got some strong line on there.
guys know they've caught a very rare catch, and they first took a short video documenting it. However, a few minutes later they quickly set the shark back free because they weren't really aiming to catch a shark in the first place. According to them, the encounter was great, but they set the saw shark free in hopes that it will reproduce. And soon enough, many other saw sharks will reach adulthood in the ocean. Number 5. Whiskey from fish. There are many videos out there on the internet of large fishes swallowing weird things. Mostly, fishermen will find fish eggs or other ocean creatures inside the fish's stomach, but there are the occasional freak instances wherein fishermen find something weirder. For instance, you can see the man in this video butchering a fish when suddenly he pulled out an unopened bottle of whiskey inside it. I don't know about you, but I don't think that whiskey will taste fresh or nice. And hey, sashimi and whiskey doesn't really sound like the best combination. Number 4. Sea lion horde. Imagine you're in the middle of the ocean trying to retrieve your fishing net.
Here they come, bro. Just straight up like thieves stealing your whole catch.
When suddenly you see a huge army of black creatures swimming towards you, and the nearer they get, you start to realize that they are hundreds of seals. Fish-eating seals. These fishermen experience exactly that when they got out to retrieve their catch in the ocean, and suddenly they are welcomed by hundreds of these hungry seals. Seals have strong teeth, and they're great swimmers. With their teeth and their number, they can easily steal fishes from the boats and the nets. Number 3. Mammoth hunt. Millions of years ago, enormous trunked mammals roamed the earth. These are called mammoths. Unlike the elephants that we know today, these species are much larger, reaching up to 13 feet tall and weighing up to 12 tons. They also have longer, sharper, and heavier tusks. And now, millions of years later, their remains are one of the most sought-after artifacts on Earth. In fact, these people are taking their chances and finding the remains of mammoths. Fishermen found a new way of earning large amounts of money by extracting the remains of mammoths. Just for one tusk, they can earn thousands of dollars. The complete skeleton can sell for more. They won't ever need to work for years in their lives if they're lucky enough to come across a tusk or fossil in great condition. To be fair, if I was in Siberia, or if there are rumors that mammoth remains in my area, I'd join the treasure hunt too. Number 2. Underwater thief. If you think that there are only robbers on land, then you're completely wrong. In this video, we'll show you a robber, or rather another fisherman living on the ocean seafloor. This is the Pacific octopus. The way they fish can be quite different from other ocean creatures. You see, aside from their size and tentacles, they're also gifted with a huge brain that makes it easy for them to outsmart their prey. And sometimes humans too. Just take a look at this unsuspecting crab fisherman setting down his trap underwater. Crustaceans won't be smart enough to figure out how to escape once they get inside the trap, and so once a fisherman pulls it up, he should get a few crabs to take home for the day. But take a look at the ocean seafloor. It seems that someone already had a crab buffet here, don't you think? And now the octopus goes to hunt for its prey. Work smarter, not harder. Why catch these crabs on your own when there's a perfectly functioning trap laid in front of you? And so the octopus steals the fisherman's catch for the day without him knowing. Sneaky.
Dang.
Number 1. Buffet.
Dang. You've been hit by a smooth criminal.
Now here's another smart and intelligent thief. Fishermen use nets to gather huge schools of fishes in one go, but their livelihood is sometimes destroyed by these huge whale sharks. Just take a look at how easy it is for them to suck all the fishes inside the net in one go. It's like a free buffet. They won't need to catch the fish on their own, but instead they only need to cut open the net and they'll have some easy snacks. Those fishes are certainly having the worst day of their lives. They got caught in the fisherman's net, but later on they'll still end up being sucked and vacuumed inside the whale shark's stomach. As sneaky as they are, whale sharks are still one of the most beautiful and majestic ocean creatures on Earth. And despite their shenanigans, fishermen won't be able to do anything against them as they're a protected species and their numbers are slowly dwindling in the wild. Which of these videos caught your interest?
Man, he just sitting there eating like he had a buffet, bro. It's just don't mind if I do type situation. You know what I mean? Yo, we got that on one hand, and then you got an octopus down there that fam probably sat there several hours waiting on that nice catch of crab to come up and to be hit by a smooth criminal. Dun, 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 dun. Listen, man, these fishermen captures what no one was supposed to see. You know what I mean? Salute to all the noodlers out there. You know what I mean? I gotta find some of those TikTok videos. I do want to sit down and watch some of that. It's funny, it's interesting. You know what I mean? So I gotta find some of those TikToks and check them out. But y'all get at me in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of this video, man. And stick around and stay tuned. Till the next one, I'm gone. Peace.